In privileged exec mode, there are many commands that begin with the word show. These display information on the hardware, licensing, software, and configuration of the device. Let us look at some of the show commands. As seen in the table on the slide, the show interfaces command displays all the statistics for all the interfaces on the router. This is a large amount of output. Normally, a particular interface is specified. For instance, show interfaces S01 command displays statistics for interface serial 01. The show IP interfaces brief command is probably used more than any other iOS command. It displays summary information for the interfaces. This command is used most often to check that all appropriate interfaces are up and up, meaning both Layer 1 and Layer 2 interface functions are okay. The show clock shows the time set in the router. The show hosts command displays a cached list of host names and addresses. In other words, it displays host names that are configured and therefore stored in RAM. Some network administrators use host names more often than IP addresses to reference devices and interfaces. A host name can be configured to be descriptive and easy to remember, unlike an IP address. The show users command displays all users who are connected to the router. There are multiple VTY lines, so there can be more than one user connected. Let us continue on the various show commands in the next slide. As seen in the table on the slide, the show flash command displays information about flash memory and the iOS files stored. It also shows configuration files and an important switch file called vlan.dat. Many other Cisco features, such as AnyConnect VPN and VoIP, store files in flash. The show version command displays the iOS image name and version that is running in RAM. iOS is loaded to RAM and then executed from there. As a result, using the show flash command will not show the iOS image and version that is running, but the show version command will. The show ARP command displays the ARP table of the router. This is a list of IP addresses and corresponding MAC addresses. If there is an ARP entry, then a packet has been received from that MAC or IP address recently. The show start and show run commands are the short versions of show startup-config and show running-config. As you become more familiar with the iOS, you will find the shortest number of characters to enter for a command. For example, the show IP interfaces brief command can be entered with the letters SH, IP, INT, BRIE. The show protocol command displays the status of any Layer 3 protocols. This is the best command to use to display information on routing protocols. Let us understand the name lookup and domain name system in the following slide.